I guess it's I know exactly. I guess so. Amazon here to give you guys a movie review, which is called Best of the Best. The first movie, really awesome film, really good, way to good for good sportsmanship, basically at the end, basically of this film. I want to first want to say is that this film had no CGI. It has none of that fancy stuff or lights and stuff like that. Based on what they put around, basically in these kind of you know kung fu movies, I would say, or karate movies, I would definitely would say. But I have to say, best of the best. It's a movie that it really shows really how much dedication that they really take it in for this movie. And especially being on Team USA is a big deal. So it's a big deal for everyone. Like when it comes to the Olympics or Summer Olympics or Winter Olympics, whatever that they do and stuff like that, and they are considered basically the the best athletes all over the world and stuff like that. And it really actually is. And seeing a Taekwondo tournament or something like that. I think they said it happened every 3 years. I do believe so. I'm not so sure. Not really so sure. I really want to say here is that basically in this movie, um, it really shows it really shows a lot of passion was put into this movie. It really was, and show the martial arts and stuff like that that they do basically in this film. It's really is just quite phenomenal. It really actually is stuff like that. And I think this is just mainly just acting, or maybe it's just real content. Maybe they have their own different ways, like how they would do basically when it comes to a film basically like this. Now this film is kind of like a hardcore film, but it's not really basically that. Because if you go into the roots of basically like watch some of the movies from the 70s, or I think well maybe from the 60s or 70s, like when Bruce Lee when made his movies and stuff like that. I gotta check out some of those. I gotta check out some of those movies. But the point I'm trying to make here is that, as I said before, you don't see CGI in it. You don't see any flashy lights or anything like or cutscenes or anything like that. It's just a simple film, very simple with a low budget and stuff like that. That's something that was being told when I was looking at from another video for a movie review, and I believe that's basically is very true, and I think that that was right because when you have films like this, when you're basically doing a budget for a film like this is a low end budget film, means that they really don't need really that much money to make this movies and stuff like that. But what makes the movie so great and just so popular, it just really actually just shows that simple thing that you basically see in these kinds of movies and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely do agree with one person says I do miss the 80s and 90s classic movies and stuff like that. And I definitely do, like I said before, I definitely do agree with that because it has a lot of simple things that they used to do when it comes into movies, basically like this and stuff like that. And you can just see like the fighting it feels like it's so real, and it just really actually is and stuff like that. I don't think it's not really basic real. It could be, but it's just really hard to say stuff like that because maybe they'll probably tell you like how they make their movies and stuff like that. So what is the best of the best movies really all about? Well, the best of the best movies all about. It's all about Team USA versus Team Korea, or I will say Team South Korea or something like that. I do believe so, based off that. And think basically, getting these guys, basically to get ready for this upcoming tournament that they're supposed to go to or something like that, or some kind of invitational battle that they do. I guess they do every single no, not every single year. I think it's every 3 years. I don't know if they still continue doing this or not. I love if someone can tell me that place. And one thing is basically about that. It's just basically showing this movie. You also gotta have a guy whose name is Alex. I have to say he's one of my favorite actors right now to this day. And the guy has long hair, really long hair, and he is a father. He takes care of his son. His name is Walter, and Walter wants his son to have a gold medal. Say, Dad, please, can you win the gold medal? Can you please do it? Promise me that you would. And even though he promised that his son that will win the gold medal, but when I get to the ending about what I'm going to talk about, that's going to be just for a few more minutes. minutes. But it's just that he wasn't fighting just for himself. He was fighting for his son. I remember like during the time, like basically like the coach and stuff like that. Basically, they told Alice and stuff like, "Hey, if you leave this team, you're not going to be able to come back. You're not going to be able to come back because, like I said before, this is a one-time opportunity, based in a lifetime, and this is a dream job. I wouldn't say a dream job, but a dream of an opportunity to be part of something so big. I mean, and competing against the best athletes basically in the world and stuff like that. One thing I like about the coach is basically the basis that is that he may seem like he's a cold-hearted kind of old guy and stuff like that. He may make that he is, but he's really is not. The point that I like about him is basically is that he has to be tough. He has to be. That's what he has. That's what he has to do. He's not training these guys like, oh yeah, they're just regular teenagers and stuff like that. No, no. It's none of basically about that. It's none of basically about that. It's basically about that they have to give it their all. They have to get their best and stuff like that. That's just kind of like basically when you come from sports like the NBA, the NFL, the NHL, or Major League Baseball, or any other those kinds of sports and stuff like that, they have to be tough on you. They have to. That's what their job is supposed to do. Because if they don't, if they don't and they lose, that falls on the coach. Because then some people will probably say, and will probably say like you should have trained these guys a lot more, like train these guys a lot more better and stuff like that. And what I personally want to say is that not everybody and not every single country will win a medal or not and stuff like that. Even though, like I said before, they give it everything they can. That's what they're basically they're supposed to do and stuff like that. But if they don't get a medal, they don't get a medal. But they could still leave. They could still leave with some of the things that they valued basically in his life. I don't want to say they should leave with the pride, forget the pride, but I would say just leave on good intentions and leave that you have fun, you have time to what you do and stuff like that and stuff. It just really is. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes there's gonna be other space out there. They may not have their chance to win a gold medal or silver or bronze or stuff like that and stuff like that. And that's just part of the nature of the sport, who they go up against and stuff like that. And they train very hard to basically do these and stuff like that. And it really actually is. You're like I said, you're competing against one of the best athletes all over the world and the best athletes in the world and stuff like that. It's truly is such an honor of a thing. I remember like when I know this is not nothing compared to this movie, but this is the one movie that I really basically is 100% one of my all-time favorite movies. It has a great meaning, has great compassion, and it has a lot of heart basically in the movie, and that is Cool Runnings. And I want to see this is basically is that I think I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I think I did. I think I lost my train of thought. Cool Runnings is definitely one of my favorite parts. One of my favorite movies of all time. Personally, my number one favorite, my all-time favorite. I love that movie so much. I would love to meet the actors and I love to meet the guys that compete in the boxes because these guys are my heroes. So really, they really gave me that they are and stuff like that. It's just something that it hold kind of a really good passion for me because I have Special Olympic medals. I don't know where they're at right now because I don't know. But one thing I like about what um, what's his name, Irvin. Anyways, their coach Jamaica coach. He said that basically said that what he was saying was that every single athlete should have the right to go out there and march and stuff like that, and waves their color flag and stuff like that, and that is one of the greatest honors basically in the world because it means so much for them and means so much for their country, and it really actually is. And even though all those players and stuff like that, like I said, I don't like using pride really so much, but they take a lot of pride, not just only in themselves, but they take a lot of pride for what they do for the country and for their teammates and stuff like that. And that's what they really actually do. And I really like that really a lot. I can't remember the name of the coach, having the coach and stuff like that. It's just that quote right there. That's just it signifies what does it mean to represents your country and stuff like that. It's just always one of the best quotes I've heard in quite some time. And I know this is another quote that I really do like when Junior was like talking. Junior, so sorry, my phone. Anyways, Junior was like telling your brother, like he says, like how come these guys always treat us so different? He's and your brother says like your brother says we're different. People are always afraid of what's different, and that is so true. It's such a true testament. It just really actually is, and I hold that forever in my heart, and I really do, and I just love this movie. But this movie right here, the best of the best, is personally one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. This is going to be my top five favorite movie. I'm not joking. It's going to be my top five favorite movie, and one thing about the best of this movie was one of the most sportsmanships I have ever seen any other sports movies based out there or whatever it is and stuff like that. And forget I'm not gonna name anything or anything like that because actually, I'm just gonna name something. Okay. WWE, okay, I know it has stuff to do with the stuff like that. But they don't care about sportsmanships. They really don't. They really don't care. What they do with their wrestlers is wrong. That's just my opinion and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go deep down to it because it's just something that I kind of distasteful because it was something that they should have treated the wrestlers with more respect than just certifies and basically what they do and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't want to get to anything like that. But the point I'm trying to make here is that what those guys did and stuff like that, the Koreans, basically came up there and gave their medals away, and they really actually did that. And one of them gave a hug and stuff like that. And he reminisced to Tommy and say, "I'm sorry about for your loss. I regret what I did," even though he meant it by what he said right there, and stuff like that. And that's something right there was very, very hard for one of the Korean guys to really, I should say that, and that shows compassion, respect, and also forgiveness also as well too, and it showed great sportsmanship right there on, and I like that really a lot. And it's just really actually, even though the other Koreans, what they did, they gave their medals away, and the reason why they did that because they didn't do it out for hate, but they did it out for love, respect, and honor and stuff like that. And they don't want to leave the medals because oh we're world champions and stuff. But they want to give their medals away because they want Team USA to know and say, hey, we love you guys. We appreciate what you did for us and stuff like that, and stuff. I kind of like this movie, but like I said, I'm still picking this movie as my top five favorite. I'm still gonna pick it as my top five favorite. But even though it's a good movie, it really is. I really do love it, and it 10 out of 10. Just after just a beautiful movie, and just like I said, I don't want to go nick it down too deep and stuff like that. It's just something what I said about WWE. It still stands from what I said because that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Some people will probably get upset with me about that opinion. Hey, if I said something about your generation of wrestlers, that's fine. I respect that. I respect that, but I'm just basically saying I know it has nothing to do with this based on the movie, but I'm just saying that's just what it feels to me. That's my opinion from what I think about based off that movie. I mean, not what they used to call it, but even though it's trash to me, I don't care for it. So if I've been disrespectful with that, like I said, I'm sorry, but I'm just saying. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this in review. Tell me what you guys in review movie review. Tell me what you guys think. Anyways, this is Underwex Amos. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. It really don't matter to me. Give us a comment down below. And so yeah, anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you get a wonderful day. Take care. God bless. Remember, I love you guys. Please safe and remember, stay blessed. Love you guys. Take care. Bye.